Hello, good morning, and welcome back to the channel, where today we are playing some more Control. But before we do so, I woke up this morning, it's the 4th of September today, woke up this morning to a comment on episode 5 of my Control playthrough, by a guy that suggested turning DLSS off. And I tend to check my YouTube comments first thing in the morning when I'm trying to force myself to get out of bed, because sometimes it gives me motivation to actually get up and do something. And it's like, that's a weird suggestion. How could that possibly help? The whole point of DLSS is to help improve performance, especially when using ray tracing. It's like, how strange. And yet, it's the only thing, really, that I haven't changed. So, I came downstairs with my dressing gown on, had some breakfast, and sat down in front of the computer and thought, you know what, I'll try it. I've tried everything else that I can think of. So I sat down, and I put OBS on. I put the webcam on, so I've actually got footage of me sat there without the proper lighting setup, just sat in my dressing gown, looking at FPS counters and stuff. And I played 20 minutes of the game without DLSS on, without a single stutter. And not only that, but I played the game with these display options. Rendering at 1080p, upscaled obviously to 1440. I tried it at 1440, but the frame rate was about 50, which in my opinion isn't good enough for recording. But yeah, DLSS off, but on high settings and medium ray tracing, and it worked surprisingly well. No stuttering, no hiccuping. I thought, okay, well, it's all well and good, you know, running around this area, because there's not a lot going on here. Let's go get into the combat. So I travelled down to, where is it? Central Research, which, if you've been watching the series, you'll know is the area that we've had the most problems with in terms of performance. And I tested running around here, getting into some combats. The enemies probably won't respawn now. And, yeah, I'm currently getting about between 70 and 80 FPS with the supposed feature that helps improve your frame rate turned off, and rendering at a higher resolution and with higher detail. So if you are experiencing the stuttering that a lot of people are dealing with if you are trying to run the DX12 version of the game, try turning DLSS off. Now, I've only tried it for 20 minutes, so it's possible. It's possible that after an extended period of time, it will still have a lot of the issues. What's that guy been there? It's possible that a lot of the issues will represent themselves. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the game would have stuttered there previously. I think. I'm trying to find an area that I can get into some combat in, so that you can actually see, or not only that, if you can see, if I can test some actual improvements. But naturally, there's no combat here. Let's go back to Central Research. I'm not entirely sure what triggers the respawning of things. But yeah, I was really, really surprised, because I must confess, in my hubris, I was very, very ready to you know, comment back to this guy saying, but how is turning off the performance enhancing feature gonna help me? Because I just thought, well, that couldn't possibly offer me any actual benefits. Could it? The answer is yes. Yes, it could. Oh, here we go. So let's see. It's usually when I'm chucking stuff around. It's also going to highlight, actually, probably just how bad at the game I am. But yeah, I'm not getting any. Oh, dear Lord, my aim's so bad. Yeah, I'm not getting any performance dips in OBS. My frame rate is... Ooh. My frame rate is above 60. I am, of course, using a... what is it called? I forgot what the monitor's called. It's an MQ278 something or other. MG278Q gaming monitor. It's an Asus FreeSync monitor. One of the first ones that was touted as G-Sync compatible. So I do have that technology going for me. And I thought that was an issue. Possibly. To start with. Dr. Darling's office. Oh yeah, I came in here earlier. He's got a nice little video playing where he talks about the HRAs, but I didn't venture into here. Uh-oh. Another...
Constantly changing labyrinth. It never passed through. Dimensional research. Every measure of security.
Okay. Ooh. Nice painting. Is that a painting of this corridor? Yeah, it is. So yeah, the task for today's episode really is to see whether the turning off of DLSS holds up. Because, you know, it might not over a longer play session. Whoa! That wallpaper is kind of weird to look at. That's a really cool effect. Whoa! Oh, that's really bizarre. And really cool. That just puts me back out to the starts. That's so weird. I'm assuming it must just be an animated texture. The ashtray maze. Oh, this is quite a big area by the look of it. Why is it called the ashtray maze? Weapon mods are full. There's a surprise. When are weapon mods not full? La la la. I meant to do this off camera. The constant inventory management is something that I dislike intensely. That's so cool. And the paintings are starting to fall off the walls and stuff. Oof. Helps if you do that to them. Oh, we're back at here again. Oh, that's really... Sorry, I'm going to wax lyrical about this. That's a really cool and interesting effect. There's... I don't know if I'm making progress here. Oh, what the? It's not just a texture. It's an actual physical impediment. Because you can stand on it. Can I get through there if I'm fast enough? Is that the point of this? Is there something I'm missing? Is that where I'm supposed to be getting to? I could just wreck the place. Yeah, I feel like that is the way forwards. But we can't break the walls. Going back the other way does not help. Oh. No, that hasn't helped. Oh, I don't think I've noticed this before. Look how those objects are. They interact. They interact at the point that you shoot. It's bizarre how you can stop and admire something. No, you can't get through those. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, you can. Seemingly. If you press jump or climb, just the right place, then it feels like you might be able to get through there. But it seems a little bit finicky. As to exactly where it wants you to press and when. I think there's probably a trick to this. No, I don't know. I don't know. It's a, Is there anything about the ashtray maze in the objects of power, altered items? No. That's research. Ashtray maze.
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses. The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the binder, and those the binder invites, can ever pass through. The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies,
Ooh.
the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license.
So, I hadn't realised that this was a thing. So these are all going to be nice, clear conversations.
Ocean View Motel and Casino is a familiar friend to me. I stayed in countless motels like it while investigating AWEs across the country, back in my field agent days. Those roadside motels all bleed together like a dream. Same and not the same. Anywhere and nowhere. The Ocean View operates on dream logic.
Don't we all?
And the light switch cord leaks out to be found in the most unexpected places. And sometimes successfully encouraged to appear and act as a convenient lock to keep out those not trained in dreamscape navigation. Even Bureau veterans can only find one key in the motel. The key that opens the door marked with the inverted black pyramid.
Ah.
The rest, the many other doors, are still mysteries to us. We're all merely guests there. Even the board. Sometimes I need to visit, just to breathe easier for a while. It beats the numb, sterile apartment I spend my nights in, insulated from everything but myself. I guess that's where the whiskey comes in.
No comment. Oh, those are really interesting. I'm going to have to watch those in my own time, because I don't think you just want to sit here and watch however many minutes of cutscenes that's going to be. I think then that this place must be something that we come back to. Because it doesn't look like we're going to be able to make any progress in there until we get the license. Either way, very interesting. That's not the button I wanted. That's the button no, that was the button I wanted. Langston's Runaways. Those were the objects of power. I'm going to go and speak with... Emily. Uh-oh. You guys. Just keep on lining up. Where are you going? Oop. Ow. Hi, friend. Right, let's go and speak with Emily. Because I feel like I've spent 20 minutes not really achieving anything except going ooh and ah a lot. And whilst there's nothing wrong with watching a 38-year-old man go ooh and ah at something that he finds very interesting and very cleverly done.
Good luck out there.
Thanks. This was the boardroom.
Oh my god, did she have to write everything in her made-up gibberish code? Fucking Marshall with her secret spy shit, god.
You have something for us.
I don't think I ever told you this,
Oh.
but I was actually on the path to being a ranger once. Did the whole boot camp thing, even got rookie status. Anyway, not the point. My old ranger squad was a great bunch. There was 6 plus me. Remus, Hazard, Cho, Guy, Hepton,
Hazard?
Thompson. They were supposed to get back from an expedition yesterday. We had beers and wings planned. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling handed out the HRAs.
Oh.
They had nothing protecting them from the hiss.
You see, they prepped for the worst, but I think that we're already past that. We all wore these pouches around our neck, and I really don't want the hiss to get them. Could you find them for me? The squad would have come back through maintenance, but they probably spread out from there.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Arish. And I won't let them stay hiss.
Bureau alert failed. New mission, old friends. So many side bits and pieces to help flesh out this story. Emily!
Resonance emitted from the HRAs is purely antithetical to every variant of the Hiss signal it can arrange. But how did Darling create it?
Oh, indeed. Timeline of events. To examine the invasion's timeline of events for possible patterns in Hiss behaviour, establishing a timeline is difficult at present because of lack of reliable communications between Bureau sectors and staff. Preliminary models indicate ground zero of the invasion is located within the executive sector. Once it becomes possible to interview surviving personnel, pinpointing the exact location should be feasible. Is it, what's his face? The old director? Was he ground zero? Once it becomes possible to blah blah. Other outstanding questions that a timeline may help answer. How did Hiss get past the internal lockdown? He invited them. How does Hiss resonance advance through space, deliberately or uniformly? What is their ultimate goal? The outside world, a cross-dimensional destination? Refer to blah, 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 blah. By order of us, apparently. Speech analysis. If we understand the Hiss to be a force based on vibration and resonance, then perhaps their incantation, which is now the agreed upon term for their vocalizations, is an effort to express that resonance using human vocal cords and speech. Would there be differences if the incantation were recited in a different language? The most common word used is want. Interestingly, every usage of the word is attributed to a you. You want to listen. You want this to be true. You must want these waves to drag you away. Are we the you the Hiss are referring to? Does the Hiss believe humanity, possibly all non-Hiss life, wants to join it, to be consumed by it? Is that its goal? The second most used words are through and time. Is this possibly the Hiss stating how they arrived here, or an indication of its age? There is clear intention in the words. Dismissing the incantation as nonsense, as some of my colleagues recommend, is beyond idiotic. Refer to blah, 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 for full report. Interesting. Emily.
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here.
Oh yeah, that's what we were actually doing like 3 episodes ago.
Am I too late?
How is he? I need to know. He's clearly been affected by the Hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation.
We don't know.
I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
Control?
I want to see him. My brother. Or is he?
Of course.
Right, what is the
Embark
red
set up
thing?
an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jesse, be careful.
We've seen a few instances of that red thing creeping up in cutscenes. We've had more of the kind of Polaris effect, but that kind of red blah, it looks like the inside of a heart or something. Are these all the previous directors? Oh, I can't levitate in here.
How's it looking out there?
Or here, in fact. Right, where am I going? Ah, yeah, the room upstairs that's blocked off. This door. Here he is.
You are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet.
He's not looking great.
You want this to be true. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunder's
Okay.
happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, the inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the
Nothing around here to do except interact with him.
You want this to be true. You are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunder's home distorts you.
That's Dylan.
White pearls,
Can
but
you hear
yellow
me?
and red in the eye. Through a
Come
mirror
on,
inverted
Dylan.
is made right.
I'm here.
By the door.
I found you.
The surface into the wet. You've always been in there. You want this to be true.
Do you know who I am? You know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person.
Yes. Always a good
Always
sign.
A good sign.
Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6.
Uh-huh.
But I'm better now.
Uh-huh.
Hiss made me better. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to
stop
be
that?
true.
Please.
Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no.
Nope.
You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
Whoa.
You came in through the hole in you. We let you in. You've always been here. The only true. A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy.
Stop it!
Orange peel.
Shit.
What?
Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small, in Ordinary, in the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector.
Uh-huh. We know this.
But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years. After the song, time for applause.
So the red thing is Polaris's counterpoints.
March out of you. You are home. The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it.
Uh-oh.
And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just plastic. So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny.
Well, that's unsettling.
The hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free.
To get rid of her, as in Polaris.
Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet. You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
In your regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jesse. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
Me too.
Go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
I strongly suspect that there is a lot more to Dylan's words in terms of truth.
Towards you, happiness comes with white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, the
Oh, I can't. I can't levitate here, can I? Right, we've just got a level 6 keycard. So I'm going to do exactly what I always do once I get something new. And go completely off canvas, because that's how I roll. There was a level 6 door in one of these areas, and I can't remember which one it was. But it was around here somewhere. Was it the Synchronicity Lab? Yeah, it was down here, wasn't it? It was.
Why'd they keep an altered item here?
Self-reflection. Find a way into the containment cell. That's weird. So those are security monitors that show nothing. Mirror altered item. This proposal is to finally determine the precise nature of the reflected space within the altered item. Is it transplanar, psychologically generated, or rooted within our own dimension? How does the altered item know the space in its vicinity well enough to reflect it? Why does it reflect some materials but not others? Is the space a parallel reality? If so, then we need to consider that while we possess this physical end of the mirror, someone else owns the other. What purposes might they use it for? Can they walk through into our world? What are their motives? Lastly, to what purpose does the altered item produce the reflections of individuals that enter it? Can these reflected entities leave the altered item? As with all altered items, we need to attempt to distinguish if this behavior is... Mirrors.
Debrief for Mirror Excursion 7C. Subject is Agent Hardy. Hardy spent approximately 3 hours in the mirror. It's the longest time on record. Can you describe your experience inside, Agent Hardy? Agent Hardy is physically healthy. All tests have come back clean. Yet the speech issue has persisted for hours.
So everything's reflected.
Calm down, Agent. It could be psychosomatic, but the fact that this only occurred after returning from the mirror makes a paranatural explanation more likely.
You think?
I recommend a battery of tests and a Class Orange quarantine.
I want to know what he said. I've got no ability to do anything about that, except in post. What? Why would I want to raise the shutters? Or do I have to raise all the shutters in order to go in there? Mirror containment. A160 or AI60. AI. Altered item. The mirror does not reflect its surroundings with perfect accuracy. The environment seen in its glass contains slight distinctions. It is unknown why the mirror does this. If there is any, then it's something we can't perceive. The popular theory is that the mirror has a goal in mind, that it reflects the world it wishes were real, subtly replacing our reality with its own. While certainly far-fetched, the theory is worth noting here as a warning not to underestimate the mirror. The specially designed Blackrock panels have been installed to prevent access from our side or the mirrors. For added security, a particular arrangement of the panels is required to open the door. refer to a particular file. Well, I don't particularly want to just try and brute force this with guesswork. Do you have anything to say about the mirror? No? So somewhere there must be something that tells us how to arrange the panels. But whatever it is, it's not here. The question then... Oops. The question then is, whereabouts are we going to find this file? Because technically, you know, while we could brute force it, I wonder if it's something to do with these monitors. Not those monitors. These monitors.
Looks like there's a mirror in there.
Oh, so they're watching the mirror. So they're watching reality in the mirror.
The shutters in the image look different.
Ah! Right. Gonna be that.
What do these shutters do?
Assuming it's reflecting it... assuming it's reflecting the answer. So the furthest one is up. The other two are down. Oh no.
What a weird way to lock something up.
Attention. If you can read this, you are inside the mirror. Question. Have the developers Ooh. That's cool.
Wait, that didn't sound right. Yeah, that's not good.
Are we going to have to fight our doppelganger? Because that's totally a thing. Oh, I can't interact with that. So that's going to be reflected. This. I like the fact that the text is reversed down there as well. Right, can I go back? Ah. No, I cannot. Oh, this has got what's his face. This will have the reverse bit of what's his face.
What? I can't understand you. You need to listen. I saw something in there. There is something inside. You need to lock down the mirror.
There's something in here with us.
Why are you talking like that? What's wrong with you? All of you. There's something in that fucking mirror.
Okay, so that's what he was saying. Yeah, so... Not very good at these. So do I have to... I'm fairly certain I have to reflect whatever was on the monitor outside. Maybe even I need to reflect... Oh, maybe those are reflected. I don't know. I don't know. Either way. How much of this place have they actually reflected?
Did you see that? Someone's in there.
Uh-oh.
Like anyone could understand that.
That is very clearly us. And therefore, I'm expecting a fight. Jump scare? Not a jump scare. Yet. Can we break the glass? No. Right, was this down to where we came? Yeah, that's back to the mirror room. I guess. Aha! Whoa! That's really cool. It's not good, but it's really cool. I've always loved. I mean, Alice in Wonderland has been a huge source of inspiration for me when it comes to storytelling. The darker side of it, obviously, not the kind of Disney-fied version. She's behind us. Whoa! We're gonna have to fight ourselves. Message! Oh, shoot! Oh, we are finally getting some stuttering, so that hasn't fixed it entirely. Hey! Stop cheating.
Nothing but a pale imitation.
She ain't dead.
Another one.
No! Where did she go? That's cheating! Ow! Oh, shoot. Give me some health back. Oh. Okay, so over longer sessions, as I kind of expected, turning DLSS off does not fix. Oh man, we're all the way back here. Well, I suppose that does give us a chance to... take a look at the thing that was reflected on the monitor. Was it the... Whoa! Right, I'm just going to draw this out. So it's that. That's fully filled in. That's fully filled in. That's a single line. That's fully filled in. Right, the mirror's making noises. Ooh. Right, is this going to throw us straight into the fight? No? Good. Okay, so let's try it with it. Right, that's the answer in the mirror. So that's not right. So the question is then, do I flip it over? Right. I'm holding this up to the light. So that the bottom can stay the same. No, that's the reflected version, and that is also not working. So, don't know about that. Let's go and try this boss fight again.
Oh, where's Green Dog City?
Oh yeah, the stuttering is backing away. Wow. Wowzers. Yeah, so I think the game has some kind of memory leak. What is interesting, though, is that there really isn't a huge performance gain for turning DLSS on. The long run back. Wonder if I have to flip it upside down as well. No, either way, I'm going to go and restart the game and stuff. This episode has already gone on for an hour. It'll be slightly sped up by the time you've got to this point, so it might be 50 minutes or so. I'm going to go and restart the game, restart the computer, and so on and so forth, just to get that performance back, because it does seem to be longer play sessions being the issue. Some really cool stuff in today's episode. This stuff with the mirror has been awesome because I love mirror related stuff. I think it's really weird and creepy. But that ashtray maze as well, very, very interesting. I'm assuming again that that's going to play into something later on. Thank you all, folks, very much for watching. Going back to what we were saying about at the start, DLSS turning off helps a bit. Has helped me a bit. It certainly made the game look a little bit better because of the higher render resolution. But over a longer play session, hasn't sadly helped the performance out as much as I would like. It's kind of seems like this is a game that you play for 30 minutes and then put down. Or maybe it's just because, you know, I'm recording at the same time. Who knows? Who knows? Thank you all very much for watching, folks. Stay in control, and I'll catch you all next time. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.